So trading pullbacks can be very tricky. All right, it can make you lose a lot of money. It can also give you tons of money if you do it right. So in this video, I'll show you guys how to successfully figure out the right pullback to make an entry on, and also the ones to avoid. You need to really know which pullback you should avoid in the market. It's very important. Otherwise, you just end up taking your entries at the wrong spots, the wrong areas. Okay, so quickly let's do it. Now on this time frame, we can see that this is daily time frame anyway, and this is the boom 500 index chart. So you can see clearly that the market is making a run to the upside. You can see clear higher highs in the market, higher highs and higher lows in the market. You can see that the market just is going upwards. Basically, the market is trending to the upside. So if you trade pullbacks, you'll be wondering which pullback exactly you should be taking your trade on. Now, what is pullbacks? First of all, what do we even call pullbacks? Pullbacks are temporary retracements in the market. All right, let's say the market is trending to the upside, right? Like what we are seeing right now. You can see that whenever it goes up, it reverses a little bit and then makes a run to the upside, and then reverses again and then makes another run to the upside. Now, the market run in three ways, which we all know. It moves upwards, it moves downwards, and it moves sideways. Okay, so when you catch the market in a trendy phase, like when you catch the market trending either upwards or downwards, you will most definitely see pullbacks. Okay, pullbacks are very easy to spot in the market. Anybody can look in the chart and spot pullbacks, but which is actually valid for your entries? Which pullback do you actually which pullback should you actually take advantage of? I don't know why you're trading boom and crash, volatility index charts, currencies, whatever it is you're trading. If you can take advantage of this strategy I'm going to be showing you guys in this video, then you will most definitely change your trading for the better. Okay, so we've caught a trending phase. We are in a bull market. Obviously, you can see that the market is trending upwards, and we want to trade pullbacks. We want to trade pullbacks. How do we really do it, right? I want to first of all look at key levels. It's very important. Want to look at key levels. Want to make sure that you map out your key levels, and in this case, I want to put my line here to mark my key level, right? Why am I doing that? It's because you can see clearly that on that level, you can see there were multiple reversals on that level, as well as rejections. If you want a step-by-step guide on key level, I have a video in this channel that you should look up. So just make sure you find that video and look at it. You could as well join us on Telegram, be a part of our mentorship program. It's affordable, so you can learn more on how to do this. So basically, I'm putting my line here because of these rejections at that zone, and the fact that price was constantly respecting that level, right? Price kept reversing whenever it gets to that zone. This is the daily time frame, a very strong time frame as far as day trading is concerned. So while you see numerous pullbacks in the chart, you can see clearly that the market has been pulling back a lot of the time. Okay, these are plenty pullbacks that I did not mark out. I just had to mark out the ones that are very important to me. So you can see that here there is a pullback here. There's a pullback here, which I ignored. Okay, and you could see other pullbacks. So how to tell which exactly you want to roll in with? You need to work with the pullback that is on your key level, right? Basically, you need price to pull back into your key level before you can consider that place, or before you can consider that pullback a valid one. Okay, right? So you don't want to see price just make a little retracement and you are already into the trade. Rather, you want to wait for price to pull back completely into your key level. If price does not pull back into your key level, you should not be trading that pullback. If price does not pull back into your key level, you have no business taking that trade. So here you can see that this was the only time that price made it to my key level. This was the only time that price made it into my key level. And why is that place my key level? Because of this. If I go to a lower time frame, you would see that there are multiple reversals at that level. So that's the level, and you can see that a lot of times price just kept reversing at that zone. Right, if I go into it, if I go further into lower time frame, you will see more reversals at that zone. Okay, so I want to only trade whenever price comes to a pullback. Sorry, whenever price pulls back into my key level. Okay, I'm not just going to jump into the markets though. I have other confirmations I want to look out for, which I'll be sharing. If you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you can always get updated when I post new videos. So what do I want to do? Remember, we have the market structure figured out already. Okay, we have the market structure figured out. We've already seen that the market is trending upwards, and we also have a key level figured out, right? So this is our key level right here. This is our key level right here. So I only will trade when price comes to my key level, which means this would have been an ideal entry for me, or an ideal level for me to trade in, right? And then you can see that there was a bullish closing price. There was a bullish bar at that level. Here you can see that price closed quite bullish at that level, which will not still make me enter the trade. I will not just jump in. I will rather wait for price to close above the closing price of the previous candle, right? That means this guy would be my best bet, right? After this bullish candle here, after this bullish bar here, I want to see that truly the market is willing to respect that key level, and that pullback is going to really happen. So I want to wait for the next candlestick to close above the closing of the previous candle, or above the high of the previous candlestick, right? So this would be my perfect entry right here. After the closing of this candlestick, I'll take my buy and I'll catch spikes as much as possible into the new high, or the previous high of this market, which was this one. Let me get this guy. So yes, I would catch spikes all the way from this level to that other high, right? Or if it was any other market, it's not boom and crash, any other market I'll be trading, I'll definitely be following the bulls to the upside from that zone, right? So I want to do this on other time frames. I want to keep doing the same thing on other time frames until I'm in a time frame where I want to be trading from. It is quite easy, guys. It is quite easy. So first thing first, identify the direction of the market, which is your market structure. Also identify your key level, and only trade the pullback that comes into your key level. So this is the 4 hours time frame. This is another key time frame for me, another significant time frame for me. So I want to see that the market gives me a structure. I want to see that it moves in a certain direction. So whenever price is trending upwards, you're going to be seeing series of highs, higher highs and higher lows. Okay, higher highs and higher lows. All right, I want to see all of this happen in the chart. Then this will tell me that the market is going upwards, right? So I want to see that all of these pullbacks sorry about that. I want to say that all of these pullbacks are clear enough, and I want to work with the one that is at my key level, right? So you see, price might pull back here. Price might pull back and not make it into my key level, and then go back up from there, right? Might not make it into my key level. In this case, my key level would be considered to be here, right? And here. Why? Because these are areas where price had reversed from initially. These are areas where price had done a reversal. Price had respected those zones initially. So if I see rejections, multiple rejections at that level, those are my key levels, and I'm not going to trade a pullback that does not come into that level. Okay, I'm not going to trade a pullback that does not come into that level. So here we go. Let's say we have this level as, looking at the 4 hours time frame of this market. Let's say this is our key level, and this is our key level. Price coming into this key level, I will only take an entry after I see a bullish closing that closes above the previous one, right? So the current candlestick must close above the previous highs of the bullish bar here. Okay, if this happens, if this successfully closes the way it's going, then that will be my prompt to buy, and I will make my SL just below that low, right? My SL will be below this low. Now, another thing that I consider before making entries while trading pullbacks is to see that my pullback aligns with my trend line, right? My trend line also aligns with the key level, and then the pullback is happening at that level, right? So this right here would be a strong level for me to trade in, but I will have to wait for price to close above. I'm not just going to jump into this market because this market is still open, right? It's still open. I'm going to wait for it to close. I'm going to wait for it to close before I take my buys, and I'll be catching multiple spikes at that zone. All right. Now, if eventually price comes to this level, if price comes to this key level and then breaks below the key level and then closes below the key level, right? If price closes below the key level, I'll be expecting a retracement, a pullback into that level, which has now become resistance level, right? Something like this. It's gonna be like this. The pullback into this level is what we are looking to trade, right? So I'm just going to wait for the price to actually pull back into that level, and then I'm going to wait for a bearish closing price at that level, and then I'm going to wait for another bearish closing price that closes below the low of this level, and then I'll take my entries from there. All right, and that structure above it will be my SL, right? My SL will be just above that structure. Okay, so I'll be looking to sell at that point. I'll not be looking to buy anymore. So this is what I'm just going to be doing all through my analysis, looking at different time frames. That's what I'm just going to be doing till I arrive at a decision. Okay, it is that simple. It's not so hard to replicate. You can always come to this video, watch it, and go try it out on your chart. Make sure you back test. I'm just going to take all of this out. Make sure you back test very well and apply it to your live trading when you are very sure of what you are doing. If you have questions, drop it in the comments or find my contacts in the description of this video. Our free community link will be there in the description of this video. So also make sure you find that and join us so that you can as well be a part of what we have going on that platform. Okay.